recording.
Fucking idiots. All right.
Wait.
Well,
Are you sure you're recording? You're not going to record an entire session and not have any audio? You verified you can see the audio track?
Yes, I'm looking at the audio track right now. It is there.
Hey, cool. Good. Okay.
Hey.
Just in case there's another
Very nice. Now we can sync the audio with the. Well then, I suppose let's begin. I am Device, Dungeon Master,
Extraordinaire.
Big Ball Haver, and Sad Boy Extraordinaire. I will be running this episode of, and very likely all episodes of Godsfall. So we're missing a couple players today, so why don't we have the boys that are here, one of them playing a girls, introduce themselves, and we'll start at the top. Ginsu, Grits, Snosh, Riku, and you guys introduce yourself, your characters, and then we will recap and jump in.
I am Ginsu Weaver. I run the YouTube channel Weaver's Wonderful
And he
World.
plays a girl.
No, I play a boy.
He's playing a girl in this. Tanizan is a girl.
No, Tanizan Talizar is a boy.
Wow, you let them in on your backstory?
What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all know my backstory. I am
this
the
weird
son.
erection makes sense.
back-to-back side story.
The god of vitality. And that tells us all about his backstory.
He took an arrow in the back, and now he's just an adventurer.
Oh Jesus! I am the son of a merchant noble from Ani. And when I started out this little adventure, I was with my uncle on my mother's side, going around and learning the ropes of being a quote-unquote traveling merchant, and learning how to sail on a ship and helping out his crew and all of this good stuff, learning the tricks of the trade. And then I stole a very powerful artifact from a underground baron. I did air quotes there. And so now we're on the run. I'm being chased. We're being chased down by this guy, I'm guessing, for this artifact. And currently we're in Turtle Bay enjoying Turtle Fest.
Fucking Turtle Fest.
You're one other thing you're forgetting.
What's that?
The only fucker without a camera.
Well, yeah, but I'm not recording that, so it doesn't matter.
You are also
Matters to me.
You also forgot one thing. And
Oh,
that
I
is...
am the reborn god of vitality.
There you go.
We gotta say that now?
It'll probably help, I guess.
Doesn't hurt.
Go for it.
Mind you,
Snosh, but...
hold on, mind you, Tanizan does not believe this at all. He does not believe he is special enough to be a reborn god at all.
Yeah, it's alright. You weren't reborn so much as you were awakened.
Yeah, but he still doesn't believe it.
Alright, Grits, why don't you hit us?
I am Zillowin Fin. Son of a fisherman. Spent my entire life next to Sapphire Bay. When I turned 17, I started hearing voices in the water. And I traveled down deep into the depths, where I came to face with true divinity. That awakened my eyes and allowed me to see that the world was a much bigger place than I ever realized, and that I really was just a small fish in a big pond. But I knew that to get bigger I had to leave home, so I left without saying goodbye. because I couldn't face my family, couldn't say goodbye to my 2 little siblings, and I found myself swimming all the way to where was that? We went somewhere. What was that place I met up with the street? Met up with the ship.
That
Kingsea?
was. It was
Port Bliss.
Port Bliss. Thank you.
Thank you.
For
Which-
some reason I could only because there's a character sings a song in the original thing and he calls it the Port of Bliss and my brain just wouldn't connect that it was Port Bliss.
Nice. But basically being able to swim from Sapphire Bay to Port Bliss was an inhuman feat unto itself. So high on that energy and that ability, I boarded the ship and found myself face to face with the other godlings, which we were identified such by a magic stone, which Tanizan for some reason completely refuses to accept, even though, I mean, it's right there in black and white. We've seen it multiple times now where we've dined with kings and we know there is some type of darkness approaching. And we're just going to see where the path takes us.
Very good.
Oh, I'm also the awakened god of the sea.
Fantastic. That leads us to Big Snosh.
Or as my friends call me, Professor D. Shvantz. See, the thing you need to know about Professor Shvantz is that for at least 2 decades, maybe even 3, he was a celebrity. This was long before all of you knew him. He was a God's truth celebrity professor of education, mechanical engineering. So popular was he that he literally had students just signing up in the thousands to take his classes, and signing up in several hundreds to get in private courses in the office, if you know what I'm saying.
Giggity.
But yes, all that time as a celebrity, it sort of took its toll. It made him a little bit more egotistical. He was the celebrity was not unearned. As a matter of fact, he is well known for creating quite a few feats of mechanical engineering at the Gul Hadir, where he is from. Many great and terrible weapons, as a matter of fact. Not that any of you know that, but yes, this is true. And then one day, he discovered he was the awakened god of knowledge. Thank you very much.
Very good. Riku?
Hi, I'm Mandee. I'm the awakened god of travel. It's a lot of fun. I grew up in the streets, but then the good captain took me in, and I was a smuggler for years and years and years and years and years and years.
How
But now
many
I'm
years?
years and years.
Oh,
And year.
But then I touched a little stone, and then we ended up here, and we're just celebrating now. But we're trying to get away from some bad people. So shh, shh, shh.
you touched your little stone,
Mandee
Mandy?
is too adorable.
Very good. And last episode, you guys ended up in the Chamber of the King on board his ship, where he had a bit of a talk with you guys about supporting you and a few other things. The likelihood of what you are. He kind of called out your divinities. And he said he would help you on your way. One of those things was by getting you guys some gear. He also said he would have ready for you, like a little carriage, and a couple of horses to pull it. So I know a couple of you got to me with a couple things that you might have wanted gear wise. Was there anything else that anybody had that they needed to get? Weapons or armors, stuff like that.
Other than normal traveling provisions for myself, no. I've got my short sword, my long sword, and my sister's sword, and that's all I need in the armor.
Okay.
I guess I didn't get to you in private, but I was sort of hoping that the God King might provide a sort of portable workstation inside of a moving wagon, which
We could
Which could-
definitely he could definitely get you some supplies to work with and like a full toolkit and
Cool,
everything
cool,
like
cool.
that. Okay. Anybody else?
Just a whole mess of daggers, I guess.
Like, so you just give him like a general, like, I need a fucking bunch of daggers.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna leave a calling card at everybody's neck that she kills.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not
so-
expecting to travel today. Today is day 2 of the Turtle Fest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but they are gonna start getting all this stuff ready for you for when
Fair
you
enough, fair enough.
do.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so that should be good then. Everything's set up, and we're starting the day 2. You guys, over the course of the night, you have a chance to work on some of your. You have a little bit of time, so if you want to work on anything or work on your gifts or abilities or anything, you feel free to do that.
Mandee wants to just parkour all over the deck of the ship.
Okay.
She's probably bugging the shit out of everybody, but and then whenever she get to a corner and then concentrate real hard to transport to the top of the mast that she's on or something like that. Things like that.
Okay. So if you do that, make me 3 rolls real quick with your divinity, which is dex based.
Are these saving throws or?
Yeah, it's basically like a dex saving throw.
Question: do I work on my abilities by stabbing myself?
Yours is a little tougher because yours are just kind of like a thing, and you don't have like yours are just on. I
Yeah.
don't. Unfortunately for you,
He's a
yours
fighter,
are just
isn't he?
always fucking on, and you don't have like extra magic or anything, so you can't work on that really. However, I would remind you, when you leveled up, I believe that you get max hit points every level.
Oh yes, I do. Okay, so I should be
You
at
do.
20.
So you never roll a dice for your
Mhm.
hit points because you're the god of vitality. You just get a 10. I believe your hit die is a
Yes,
D10.
my hit point is a D10.
So you automatically roll a 10 every level for your hit die. And if
Fucking
you,
nice.
for whatever reason, if you took, say, like a level of barbarian or whatever, you would get a 12.
D12. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just goes to whatever the max for your hit die is.
Nice.
I rolled a 21, a 14, and a 24.
Okay. So over the course of that period, you find that at least teleporting alone, you no longer have to roll to do it. You can just access those abilities. So when you want to blink, you can blink. Also, you are not limited to like a daily allotment of blink. So if you can see it and it's within the distance that you are allotted in your blink, you can be there.
Cool.
I have a question.
Grits and Zillowin and Shvantz were working on some of their magic based stuff, and you guys can definitely start casting some of those magics, because I know you guys had written me some stuff. So as you just like start pumping out, trying to cast spells, trying to figure out how magic and the weave works, you can definitely start casting spells. It takes a little bit of time, and you've figured out that you can cast spells and what spells you currently have access to. A few of your abilities, Shvantz, you don't have to roll for. Some of the other
Primarily
ones,
just the magical tinkering. I
right?
understand it. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine.
The rest
That's
of the
all
stuff
just
I will
RP.
still have you roll for a few times until your characters quote
Got
unquote
it.
get used to casting.
Yeah, that's fair. There is one other activity I wanted to do that I didn't write to you, but most of the night would be spent like whittling the stuff I was mentioning before.
Okay.
There is something I'm really super curious about though. This second cricket has had Shvantz what's the word? Kvetching?
Okay.
Look at me, I'm
Kvetching.
kvetching like a canoe.
I've been kvetching about this, and so I know Dandil's not here, but Dandil, come here. And so the professor has really been obsessed about what the fuck, because this is a mystery he does not know about. And something that he does not know about drives him insane because he has to know things. So Shvantz is going to
Like, what does students look like without pants?
Also that. So Shvantz is going to spend some time allotted trying to study both singular crickets, whatever that means. I do have this ability, identify, as just a passive thing I can do at will.
Okay. They're not really. They kind of are, but not really magical items. But they're not because they're alive. So, what I will tell you is, you can roll me an investigation. Tell me what you get.
Rolling 18, 25.
Okay. So I will tell you this: you don't figure it out in the short amount of time that you have.
Okay.
But what you do figure out is that in some way they are linked. As you face one of the crickets away from you and one of them towards you, and you move to hit the other cricket in a way where it wouldn't be able to see, so it wouldn't be able to react, and it just jumps out of the way because the other cricket sees you doing it.
This is the most interesting and amazing thing happening in the room right now. Mandee, look at this. Look at Mandee, as interesting as you are, this cricket blows my fucking mind. Okay,
She's
Mandee?
just giggling at you.
Mandee, get this.
What?
It's the same cricket. It's the same one. But
This one's over there.
No, it's the
And
same one.
like it does this, you know how crickets do that like chirp thing? Like one does the chirp and the other one does the second chirp, and they're like perfectly timed, like one cricket doing it. So it's like da-da, 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 da-da. You know what I mean?
Elmo's World.
God damn it. Well played.
You're
All right,
welcome.
and that's all the time I'll impose with that. If anyone else has any comments or questions about the crickets, but feel free.
Did you make
Yeah.
those?
I made one of, yes.
Can you make more?
Oh,
Kind of.
Hold on. 22 deception. Yes, I made one of yes. And he just answers affirmatively against it.
I wonder if we could sell that. Might be a pretty popular item if you can have a cricket that can see in 2 different ways.
I'm still really confused myself. There's a lot I don't know, and for me, that shit drives me crazy. I have to know things.
Well, when you figure
Mandee
it out,
starts
let me know.
giggling again.
What? Right on, Tanizan. What did you say, Mandee?
Mandee just started giggling again.
You little giggle.
Giggle,
Mandee,
giggle.
Mandee. Okay, last question, Mandee. What do you see when you look at it with your telescope?
I don't know. Let's see.
Try it.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
So basically, you see the cricket, and it's like glowy, like all of you are glowy with the thing. Like it's not as bright, but it definitely has some divinity in it. It is definitely both divine and magical, just like all of you are.
And she hears the Powerpuff Girls, doesn't she?
She does. I forgot about that, but yes, she does hear that.
Mandee
I hear it
relays
every
that to
time I hear
everybody.
telescope now. Like just it's like an earwig in my ear now forever.
Well, there will be more earwigs, unfortunately.
You're welcome. Yes, there will actually.
But yeah, so that's what you see. The only other thing that you guys notice with the crickets is at some point one of them like jumps and it lands on the edge of like a candle holder, and they're kind of like brass discs with a little spike on it, and it lands on one of the brass parts, and when it does you hear a ting, and you realize it doesn't just look metallic, it is definitely made of stone or steel or something metallic, something ore based like that.
And how accurate to life is it? Like, what's the resolution on the cricket?
It's 1-to-1. It, aside from being metallic, it in every other way it is exactly a cricket.
Shit.
Like I mean, it even moves and fluctuates and everything just like a living bug.
Zillowin.
Zillowin's not there.
Ah, damn it.
Zillowin is under the ship trying to imitate the effects of a octopus.
He's shooting ink.
Is he summoning that tentacle?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, make me a couple of rolls with your divinity, which is based on strength, which is funny.
Yeah, it is.
For a warlock.
+5.
Yeah.
How many rolls would you like?
Give me 3.
Let's see, that's 18, 22, and 10.
Okay, so you are actually successful all 3 times, but the third time, the first time you summon the tentacle, the second time you summon another tentacle, which is cool. You're able to do it twice. But the third time when you summon the energy, it just kind of blasts out from your hand in kind of a bluish, like a deep, dark bluish black. And you know that it's just this concussive force. And you have unlocked your Eldritch Blast as well.
Very nice.
So you can now do both of those things without having to roll for them. For other spells, we'll still have you try to figure them out, but for those two, you are able to fuck with at will, basically.
Do you want to know the spells I am attempting to learn?
You can tell me as you attempt them, and then we will go from there.
Okay.
Because you can use them, you know what your spells are, essentially, is the way we're playing this out. You
Gotcha.
know that you have, say, polymorph or whatever, but when you attempt them, you're not 100% sure quite how they work. So that's going to be the roll.
I understand.
Okay.
Is
And
invocations the same, or are invocations just going to be added on if I have access to what?
they'll,
Like if I get the agonizing blast, since I already have Eldritch Blast, do I just add that to it?
yeah, if it's just an add-on to something else, we're going to just let it be part of progression instead of you having to unlock it, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is now the next morning. Turtle Fest is once again underway in full swing. What time do you guys wake up? I mean, it starts getting rowdy around 8 o'clock or so because it's a festival. But you guys don't have to be out and doing shit. The only thing you really have planned per se for this day is the boat race, which is in the afternoon. So, what time do you get out and about?
As the awakened god of vitality, I'm guessing I don't need as much rest as everybody else. So I'm up pretty decently early, even before
Show off.
the villagers.
Like, this fucking dude takes a nap and he wakes up and he's like, "All right, I could use some porridge. Like,
Yeah,
gotta go for a jog."
pretty much.
Okay.
Have
And what
some
about
respect
everybody
for
else?
Dad Bod over here. Come on.
I feel like Dad Bod is generous for Shvantz. Fucking old man with a gut is basically what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I want them to think. I want them to think I'm older than I really am. It catches them off guard. See? That's the truth. That's the truth about Shvantz right there.
Well, you're kind of, sort of
That's
10
not a lie.
years.
He
You're
actually
kind of, sort of
protects
10
people.
years younger than
True.
you
Also
actually are.
true.
Because you skipped 10 years. So
That was a couple of days ago for me.
yeah. So what time do the rest of you guys get up and out?
Mandee would just get up when it starts getting loud.
Okay. And when everybody wakes up, you notice that Dandil and Everick are nowhere to be found.
Real quick,
Mhm.
the little girl that was with us, did she go to the ship as well?
No, she
She
went.
was escorted home.
No,
She was
she's safe.
escorted
She's
home by
safe.
a guard. Yeah.
Okay.
She got a medicine for her father.
Yes.
She did. She got plot device medicine, and she was taken
Even
home.
though
She
to
she
give
that
it to her dad.
asshole
she got
flaunted his skin in front of her.
she got the plot device medication because I gave her everything else she needed.
Very true. And you guys do still have Oliver. Mandee has him, and so Dandil is nowhere to be seen. His owl is also out. It's not especially weird because he's a pretty independent guy. He's, throughout the day yesterday, he kind of dipped a couple of times. And strangely enough, Julian is also gone. And if you ask about it, they say that he is actually tending to some of the sick on the ship. and he would have told you that he was going to also go and do some practicing and see if he could also try to figure out some of these abilities and see if he could work out how to do them without much trouble.
As the god of death, would he be able to resurrect people?
He already kind of can.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's also a cleric, so there's that.
Yeah.
But
He's a very interesting person.
but yeah, he can he can bring people back from the brink more or less.
But that's pretty cool. Alright, so as I get up earlier than everybody else, I'm gonna find I'm gonna find food, and then I'm gonna go out into the town to, because I never really got to explore the whole festival because I was too busy chasing down Mandee and the girl.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of fun to be had, lots of games to play, food to eat, things to find. There's even you could go on there's like turtle rides and donkey rides and all sorts of different bullshit to do.
I'm gonna play a
But
couple of games and try to win like a small fluffy turtle
okay.
plushie.
Roll me athletics. We'll say there's like a ring toss that you have to do, and it's kind of difficult because they are on live tortoises. You have to get the ring onto their head and around their neck, and they just walk around with their necks outstretched, and sometimes
22.
you manage to get a few rings on there, and the guy gives you a stuffed tortoise. It's well stitched, but it still looks a little it obviously it doesn't look like it was made by a machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a hand stitched thing.
Mhm.
It's got little glass eyes sewn
Perfect.
into it and everything. Multi pattern, different like lighter and darker like green shell pieces and stuff.
That's pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, it's got a little tail.
Mhm.
But it kind of looks uh like let me find it real quick. There you go. Kind of looks like that.
Aw,
Let me see.
that's a cute one.
That's syrup.
Oh, that is adorable. Yeah, that's. Oh, I remember. I need to finish watching that anime.
It's fucking
It
fantastic, and
is. I agree.
I'm so happy they're coming out with a season 2. But yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like that, except like shittier.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put it into my bag, and I'm gonna wander around, pick up some morning breakfast turtle foods.
Okay, do you literally want turtle foods? Because there's turtle soup, turtle on a stick. There's all sorts of
No,
turtley
I
shit.
want like a breakfast themed. I want turtle themed breakfast food.
Okay.
Like eggs and bacon that are made into like a little turtle, shit like that.
Then in that case, you get basically a biscuit cut in half with egg and sausage in it,
Mm.
and the sausage has like little legs that are poking out.
Nice.
Yeah, and like a little tail and a head.
Very
So
nice.
you feel fucking horrible when you're eating it because you have to eat the head off. And like they used some sort of dye, so the biscuit itself is like green.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So-
And as the rest of you guys, as he's doing all this shit, having like a little like 10-year-old at the fair day, the rest of you guys wake up more or less at the same time.
This is the first time he's really done anything like this.
Yeah, it's hard when you're like expected to be things. You know what I mean? You don't really get to be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else wakes up. It is festival day. At some point today there will be very likely the running of turtles, and more turtles will be hatching, heading out to the ocean, that kind of thing. The boat races will also be happening, but you have some time if there's anything that you would like to do. So, what is it you guys want to get up to? You're basically in a like big, like a barracks quarters. So some guards are also in there. There's like some night shift guards who are just coming back and dropping out into cots and stuff like.
Like I get up right away and just dart off to find somewhere to find candy.
God, I imagine all last night she had a stomach ache while she was teleporting. She had that giant ass bag of candy and probably ate all of it. But yeah, there's plenty of places to get like candy and little crystallized honey sticks and rock candy and all sorts of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get another armful of candy.
I'll take one armful of candy, please.
Damn, you need to eat something else other than candy.
What did
I'm
we
at,
say it was? Was it 4 or 7 silver or something like that?
we'll say 4 is fine. Yeah, and it's it's all good stuff. Not lots of nice stuff. Like you get some they have like honey that's like hardened a little bit, but it's like been rolled in like peanut dust, so it's all taste-terrific.
As I climb out of the water,
You notice that you are not pruny at all.
right? Well, I'm gonna say I'm trying to like think. I'm trying to like put a lot of information together in my head about the party. So like Tanizan is just on my mind as I'm climbing out of the water, trying to figure out
Sexy.
why he can't seem to wrap his head around the reality that he's dealing with. And as that happens, I would like to enact the spell Disguise Self as my as part of my evocation.
Hell yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me. Roll your divinity for me. Tell me what you.
What's this boy up to?
That's a 10.
You don't quite
Not
get
great. In the sense that it doesn't work, or in the
Yeah,
sense
it
that it
doesn't
doesn't work
like
correctly?
you shift a little bit and you look a little different than yourself. We'll say that you can like change your hair color and maybe a touch of your facial features, but you don't quite get the full switch up that you were hoping for.
If
He
I
just looks like his
can,
brother.
if I can, I request that my eye color shifted.
That's fine.
So now I have his eye color, but I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, in fact, I'll say you can change 2 features on yourself to be basically whatever you want
How tall are you,
within the
Tanizan?
realm of the spell.
6 foot tall.
Okay, so I have different colored eyes, and I'm a little shorter now.
Okay. You're tiny now. Okay. It's a different perspective, that's for sure. You're looking out new eyes and you're looking at a different height level.
Huh. I'm just
In
gonna
fact,
throw.
you kind of walk by, you're kind of walking by or as you're climbing up and you like look over the edge to see what you look like, and you notice that your proportions are a little different and your eye color is different.
Okay, so I'm now aware of it. That's
Yeah.
interesting. As I'm kind of like looking into the reflection, I'm just staring at it.
Who is this God I see staring right back at me? When will my reflection be? Tanizan, Talizar.
Well, it says I can do it at will without extending a spell slot. I'm not going to spam this, but I would like to try one more try since
Okay.
I'm now aware of it, and I'm just staring and I'm just trying to focus on his facial features and everything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one more roll then. In fact, you can roll at advantage because you've tried it.
Oh,
You
thank
know the feel now.
God. Thank God, because that was only a 6. That was one more. It's like I suck.
Like you lose
Oh
one
my
of
God, a 7. I suck.
your eyes pop back to the no, you spring up a little bit. You're like back to your normal height.
Damn it! As I just kind of like, I grab the whatever I'm looking at. Is it like a lantern, brass, or mirror or something?
Yeah, we'll say it's like a barrel of water that you're looking in, and
I
it's
kick it
got like
over.
a still surface. It's, yes, he just fucking goes all over the deck. One of the guards like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Trying to become a god.
Fucking me too. And then he takes a swig off of a flask.
I walk over. Can I get some of that?
Yeah, there you go.
I
And
take a long swig.
it is like, I would say that it's vodka because it's clearly made out of potatoes, but it's not well made out of potatoes. The sign of a good vodka is the lack of taste, and you can taste the potatoiness of it, but it'll get you fucked up if you drink enough.
Couple of swigs of it, apologize for the water, and just be like, you know what, I'll take care of this. And I go grab a mop and bucket, so when the next characters come up on deck, they just see me swabbing the deck.
You just see him with different colored eyes for some reason, and he looks pissed and he's swapping the deck. Fucking Mandee runs out and she's like, "I'm gonna get some cat. What are you doing?" Never mind, I'm gonna get some candy.
Hyperactive midget.
And Shvantz, you're the old man. We'll say you wake up the latest.
Ah, what a night.
Yeah, you also kind of stayed up a little late, studying the
Yeah.
crickets and bullshit. So.
Yeah, and I had a lot of whittling to do. And speaking of which, he anyone who's watching, if they're there like at the bedside, he's basically on the end table, like lining up what appears to be like, let's just say, tabletop miniature figures that he's crafted. They're very insectoid, all of them. Quite a few of them, like at least 4 or 5, like lined up in a row. And they're not moving. They're just made of various materials, wood, stone. They're just little carved figurines that look like insects now.
Yeah,
Where are you?
they're not the most detailed quite yet. It doesn't look like he's 100% finished with them, but
True. Yeah, they need some more work.
but you get like some like, potato worm, mealwormy kind of vibes off of most of them. And he was in the quarters, in the like barracks quarters.
Just like upon waking up, since I woke up last. So anyway, I line each of them up, and I look at each of them, and I like brush them off. I make sure they're clean, and then I pocket them, and then I eat breakfast. I get ready for the day, hydrate, do my business in the gentleman's club, and then I basically am like boat prepping the rest of the day.
Which you're on a ship, and it's kind of medievally. So the toilet is essentially a hole near the side of the ship with a little ramp. And so when you shit or piss, it just shoots out the side of the ship.
I didn't realize we were on the King's ship. I see.
Yeah. So you get the whole effect of the brisk ocean air coming up.
Basically, my thoughts are on the upcoming boat competition. So I pocket all the figures, and I'm just mentally prepping for a boat day, and also looking for Zillowin because I have something I need to say to him.
Okay. So as you leave the lavatories, or as they call them on a ship, the head. You're very familiar with head. You are leaving,
Of course.
kind of cinching up the old pantaloons, and you go outside. And as you're finishing the knot or the belt strap or whatever it is that you do, you see him outside. He looks, what's the best way to put it? He looks like he just had a conversation with Tanizan, aka Surly, and he is mopping the deck. You see an overturned water barrel, and he is like mopping up a big spill of water.
This is Zillowin.
Correct.
You come out to me just talking to a guard saying, my mother would have tanned my hide if I would have left this mess sitting here.
And what does Zillowin look like right now?
He looks like Zillowin. He looks surly. On top of it.
This would be chronologically before his event with the.
No, this is as he after his like little event. So you see
I don't know if I would recognize him. That's what I'm asking.
Well, you would, because he looks exactly the same, minus his eyes are a different shade. But he is working with an experienced hand. It does look like he has swabbed a deck a time or 50.
Zillowin, you look like you just had your deck swabbed a few times.
I look very confused.
You've been,
I've only just done it once.
You just it only took one time, and this is what it's come to. My God.
No, I mean I've swapped this deck once.
And already we're seeing eye to eye. Listen, speaking of which, eye to eye, you're in the competition with me.
I'm sorry, what?
You're in the boat race with me. It's you and me, buddy. It's you and me. Yep. I really need you to come through for me on this one. Just say yes, please.
You asked me why I was drunk, and I don't remember. I understand.
Yeah,
I will honor my commitments. I will honor it.
Fucking
right.
Shvantz just, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, of course. All right, we're in. Great.
And I don't seem happy about it. Like I'm just kind of like looking out at the fair, and I'm just very like, I'd rather be anywhere else. And I keep turning and looking towards the woods where we're supposed to be going, and I just kind of sigh and I walk over and I pick up the bucket and set it back.
Listen. I notice you looking over towards the Ironwoods. Don't worry, that is absolutely on the map, my friend. We are going to the Ironwood.
Yeah, just we have to deal with this first.
No. There's a lot to do here. There's so much good things to do here. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we're just wasting time. Like that's the thing. Like we need to go where we need to go. I can feel.
Oh, we are where we need to go right now.
I can't explain it. I can't.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I already know.
All right, have you ever stood on the ocean? Sorry, have you ever stood? Not the ocean. Have you ever stood on the beach, and you just feel the water pull the sand out from under your feet, and you're sinking down? You're not moving, but you're just going into the sand.
So Shvantz is really struck all of a sudden emotionally by what Zillowin has said, and he's not usually a very emotional being, but you get the sense that he knows what you're saying.
That's what I feel right now. Like I feel like if I'm not moving, I'm sinking. Something is coming. Something is happening, and I've been feeling this pull.
Does it have to do with
for lack of a better? I don't know. It's ever since I spoke to you, and I look over at the guard to see if he's paying attention.
Do me a favor, which is, as you are saying that, I want you to make me a divinity roll again. You, Grits.
Okay.
Zillowin.
Can I slip him a little
anything other than
here
a
as he
single digit?
rolls this?
Nope, still a single digit. 8.
Okay. You do feel something of a tingle, but you can't put your finger on what it is. But there's something there, and it's not the pull, but you're
Ah.
sensing something there.
How tall is Shvantz right now?
Shvantz is somewhere between a gnome and a halfling, and you're not certain which race he is.
So it's like in the 3-ish foot range.
Okay. I would like to. I can only shrink my height by a foot, so I'd like to become a 5-foot tall version of Shvantz.
Okay. Make the roll.
This I gotta see.
Damn it! 8.
Fucking 3.
Your
This
hair
digital
goes.
dice thing hates me.
You maintain the same eye color, but your hair goes shock white.
Wow.
I feel so confused. Like, who am I? Like, who am I supposed to be becoming? As I'm just staring at you, watch as my hair just obliterates the color.
And like as you're saying that, and as you kind of look towards the guard, he looks up and he looks at you, and then he looks down at the flask, and he shakes his head, and he hands you the flask, and he just walks away. Because
Thanks. I
because
didn't catch his
again,
name.
magic is not a thing, and he just watched you like. Even though it didn't work quite exactly as he planned, he just watched you fucking change your hair color instantly. Like magic clearly just happened, and he was like, I think I had too much of this here. You finish it.
I just look at Svans and I'm just like, I don't know who I'm supposed to be anymore. And I just want everything to fade back to Zillowin.
Okay. So he kind of takes a breath, and as he does, as he breathes out, almost like wispy, like air running through it, you see his hair kind of billow back into its original like golden shade. And his eyes, the same thing. They kind of the color kind of blows away from them and back into its original shade as well. In just that, and at the end of the breath, he is his original self.
I'm just standing there, just looking at the woods. Did I lose you guys?
No, I hear you.
Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Thought
So
my
yeah,
stuff froze.
he has that little that moment, and you're just looking at him, taking it in, and yeah. So there you guys are on the deck, water lapping up against the ship, a little bit of quiet. That guard is gone, so there's not really much going on outside of a little bit of hustle and bustle as some seamen wash over the ship.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. So a couple of seconds go by, and you guys just start hearing the roar of the crowd. Off in the distance. After the end of the dock there over at the festival, and if you have nothing else to cover with each other, I guess we'll move on.
Up to Sans, because he's just... Zillowin's trapped in his head.
Yeah. So it is up to you, Shvantz.
If you decide to go get something to eat, he'll follow, but he's very distracted.
Okay. Shvantz will likely misunderstand this as compliance. That's great, because that's what he wants right now.
Yeah.
Well, so I will. I'm prepping for the boat race. However, at this time, I'd like to rejoin Mandee and Tanizan, wherever they are.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys spend a little bit of time and you eventually find them out in the crowds. Mandy's out like sitting on a bench, fucking shoving handfuls of candy into her face.
That sounds about right.
Tennyson is walking around. He's got like a little turtle in a pouch, and he's eating some fucking kebabs and a little sandwich and stuff.
It's a cute little turtle you got there.
Thank you.
Is that a real? I look at it as is that a real turtle?
No, it's a stuffed one. I
It's
pull it out.
Oliver. Oh, the other one. Never mind.
No, I pull out the stuffed turtle and I hand it to Zillowin.
I just kind of look at it and hand it back.
Hey, Mandee,
Hmm?
you want it? I show her the stuffed turtle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I am.
Okay.
Here you go. And I give her the stuffed
Bounds
turtle.
up. Yeah.
Roll me a perception when you get the turtle.
15.
Give her a
Okay.
plus a 1d4 on that as well, please.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, you can roll a guidance roll if you like as well on top.
16.
Okay. So you get the turtle and you're like holding it up and you're like, yay. And it's not quite as plushy as you imagined. And at first you think, oh, this kind of might be like a little shitty turtle. And then you notice there's like a button under one of the pieces of the shell, like thing. You like undo the little button thing, and it's like a little pouch in the shape of a turtle.
Oh, so it's like a little purse for her.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it's better than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's almost like a little belt pouchy kind of thing, but it's just
Nice.
shaped like a turtle.
Very nice.
And it looks like that picture that I posted earlier, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can find like a tailor or a leather worker somewhere and see about getting like straps put on, making it a little backpack.
Okay. Yeah, that's easily done. We'll say the guy charges you like, I don't know, because it's pretty easy to do. So we'll say he charges you like 5 copper or something. And you basically now you have like a little what the fuck are they called? Like a little like lounge fly turtle, basically. Like
yeah,
like
yeah,
her size.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Like as she runs around, the head's kind of bobbing around. Blum, blum.
And she's bobbing around when she's jumping too, so it is bouncing all over the place.
That is too adorable.
Full pirate outfit, a little turtle backpack.
Definitely seems appropriate.
So you guys are here in the festival. Is there anything you want to do, or we could skip ahead a few hours to the old boat race?
I think we could
What-
skip ahead.
Whatever we do, Zillowin is just not good company.
He's just surly and sullen.
Yep. Just rather be anywhere else but here, especially when he sees Mandee running around with the turtle.
Okay. Yeah, everything happy. You're like, "Ugh."
Does the
Which is odd for him.
does the river
Sorry.
route that the boat race will be on? Does the river go towards the Ironwood?
No, it comes out of the ironwood.
Ah, that's gonna be even worse. Okay.
Yeah, because it's going towards the sheer.
So I can't even use the boat race as a reason to compel him forward on the boat. Fuck.
Right.
You're taking them all the way to the
damn it.
right direction just to turn them around.
Though, to be fair, it is like a short river trek, and as far as you guys are aware, this is the last day of the festival. So, if nothing else, there's only a little bit of time before you'll be able to move on. And so we skip ahead to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the beginning of the boat races. There are people gathered along each shore, like there's going to be a parade. There is a big, like, jousting competitions, how the nobility have that like wooden box thing with seats on it. There's that. And there's also people at the end of the falls and on the bottom, very end of the falls, there's also a small crowd basically waiting for the
Splash
boats
zone.
to go over the fucking the falls and crash and explode on the bottom. Now, Shvantz, remind everybody what your boat looks like so
Okay.
that they know.
Okay. So imagine a wooden rowboat, but now a turtle shell canopy has been like built over and around it. So you know how like in a lot of Polynesian cultures, their canoes will have like little stabilizing units off to the side. This has like a stabilizing shell that like is made out of tree bark, and you sit in the boat, and two people can grab two different sets of oars. The oars then kind of look like the little turtle legs that are like rowing with the shell there. And then off the front of the boat, of course, there's a little carved turtle um, uh, skull head. It's not a skull. It's like a face.
I was like, this got dark.
But it's actually that leads to a good place because it's a badly done. Shvantz is not a turtle fan, so it's a shitty, like mucked up, like broke ass turtle.
Like
with
the neck is the same width as the head. Like it just looks like a dick.
and the tree bark turtle shell is like a cool, like kitschy thing, but it also just kind of makes it look more trashy in a way.
Like it just looks like a little like shitty net thrown
Right.
over the top of
Right.
a crudely built skeleton.
Yeah.
With like a dick with a smile on it at the front.
All right. So originally, this is meant to hold up to 6 people, but unfortunately, the rules of the game are only 2 people can go. So my great apologies. Dandil helped me build it, but he's missing, and so I'm gonna use the shorty over here.
AKA the tallest person in the party.
Yeah, but he's
He's
short. Right now.
looking. He's looking. No, I'm back to myself again.
Oh, you're back. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It happened back on the boat. Kind of like how I missed Zodi talking the other night. Sometimes it's hard to pay attention. But no, I'm just kind of looking at. Is there anything I can roll to see, like, based on my knowledge of boats and everything, how quickly we're going to die?
It's the boat itself is like it looks like a shitty like rowboat like life like that you would like emergency escape off of a boat with kind of thing. It looked like it used to be in ill repair, and it looks like it's been since patched up by Shvantz. It looks seaworthy, at least enough to get you downriver for sure.
So I look.
That
at
being
Swan-
said, some of
Go
the
ahead.
other like boatmen in their craft are definitely mean mugging other competitors, yourselves included.
Svance and I go. We don't need to worry about this boat surviving today. Correct. We just need to
No.
get down the river.
Okay, look. In the best case scenario, you and me both, we get as close to the edge of the falls as possible in order to win before bailing on the boat and letting it crash over the waterfall. Okay, you see?
Why don't
But
we just go over? Why don't we just go over the waterfall?
well, that's also an option.
The waterfall is a couple 100 feet, and it ends in a group of jagged rocks.
Okay, so it's not like I could dive into water or something.
No, if it was, you would definitely be fine. But this particular falls, like I said, it ends with a lot of rocky shoal there, and some of them are like sticking up. It
And,
seems
and,
like a perfect spot for boats, and if they happened to people to explode when they landed at the bottom,
and how high is the actual falls?
like 200-ish feet, something like
Nice.
that.
It sounds like the end of one of the quick time events from one of the new Tomb Raider games.
Can I
Oh,
see?
shit.
Can I see any place to lose excess weight? Like I get what he's going for, but as someone who's grown up on boats, do I see any place where the boat's being dragged or like basically ran down by this?
The little pontoons that he made are decent. They're not like the best, but they'll stabilize you. And the little canopy thing is a little bulky as well. Those are really the only. Ooh, excuse me, little burpee there. Those are the only like excess things. Minus the dick turtle head that is shooting out the front of the boat as well.
Okay, so I look at Svance and I'm just like, do we need the canopy? Is there something I'm missing?
It gives it class. It gives it character. You want to win this. You want to win this competition. It's also a popularity contest. So
Let's say, is this a beauty competition?
it
Because if
looks
not,
very
we
pretty.
could
It looks very good. You know that can go a long
right.
way.
But is this a beauty competition? Because if it's not, we could lose probably 30
There
pounds
are
just getting
multiple
rid of that.
awards. There are multiple awards that can be given.
And part of it is if you happen to tie with somebody, the crowd basically votes on which boat they like the best. And that one is deemed the tiebreaker, basically.
Okay.
So it looks the way it looks, and we get it to as close to the edge of the falls as fast as we can, competing with the other boats, and then we bail. And whoever gets the closest to the edge of the falls, but pulls back or doesn't die, I don't know. Going over the edge of the falls, I don't know. Gee, I hadn't actually thought of
I
that.
mean, if you survive, it's pretty legendary. But the question is, I don't think we'd survive hitting the rocks at the bottom.
I mean, what's the matter? You can't fly.
Not yet. And it's the
Okay.
first time all day I've cracked a smile.
Ah, there it is. There it is. Okay, okay. The kid's in there. Glad
So
to see you've rejoined us.
there are 5 other boats in this race, and 3 of those boats look way better than yours. Out of those 3, 2 of them just fucking look fantastic. So one of them just looks like a little turtle. It doesn't have a shell exactly. It doesn't have like a canopy, but it has like a little shell that comes up and like parts where the people sit, basically. The other one is it looks like instead of with its legs in the water, the legs are like spread out, above the water. And it also looks like a little turtle, but the legs independently move, and they don't move like in a mechanical way to like move the boat, but they are kind of flopping around, and it is unfortunately very cute. You guys, however, are in Dick Turtle. You're basically right in the middle of the group in terms of beauty, so far as you can tell. and 2 of the boats just look like shit. 2 of the boats look like absolute garbage. Like some dudes got a boat and then they just stuck some stuff on it and we're like, this'll be all right. One of them has turtle heads on it, and it's meant to look like a turtle emerging from a cave. And unfortunately, it looks like a big shit getting taken. And the other one is also very unfortunate in that they happened to make the turtle head out of rope, and it is flopping everywhere. And it is unfortunately it's a lot of rope, so it's making the fucking boat a little unstable, and you think the one in the back was meant to be a tail, but it is just dragging in the water, and it looks like it's not gonna be.
And
It's
they
gonna
call us
have.
the Dick Turtle boat.
It's gonna have drag for sure.
Look at that thing hanging so droopy down. It's in the water. The tip of it's getting wet already. Yeah, we're gonna win this. We're gonna
Somebody's
win this,
tip's
Zillowin.
getting wet.
It's okay, Zill. We got this.
This is what you want, and you want to win. I'm. As I said, I will help you.
I'm glad you think you're helping me. That's right. Yes.
Okay, so for the other 2 of you guys, as they're prepping for this boat race, there are guys walking around taking bets on who's going to win. And they're like calling out the boats by their by what they look like. So they're like floaty turtle boat, fucking 2-1, and little cute bobber turtle boat with the shell, that's gonna be fucking 2-1. They point out these 2 guys' boat, and they're like, Dick Turtle, we're giving them 5-1 odds, and the other 2 boats are like 10-1 because they just look so shit. They barely look like they're gonna stay afloat. So if you would like to do some gambling, that is available to you. At this time as well, the king comes out and he takes his seat in the middle of that little section there. And there is a call to have everybody prep and be ready for the race. So
Go down to the boat. Go down to the water.
now is the time. The boats are at the edge on a little embankment. There's like a little sandy shoal in the middle of this river here that they kind of set up. And the guy's like, last call for bets, last call.
I'll put 5 gold on Dick Turtle.
God damn it, you said it right when I was drinking.
Atta girl, Mandee. Atta girl. Come on. Only 5 gold.
And the guy's like, "Ooh, big spender! Here you go. Here's your chit." And the guy gives you a little wooden chit with his like insignia on it. It says Dick Turtle 5G.
Is that what we're calling our boat? Dick Turtle?
That's what he's
We were
calling your
named-
boat. It's better than shit turtle, which is what they're calling the other one.
True. Because dicks fuck assholes.
It's true. Unfortunately, that asshole is prolapsing, and there's a giant
No fun.
turtle turd coming
No
out.
fun.
GM, I'm just. I want to try and get a read on Shvantz. Like, is he taking this seriously, or is he just taking a piss? Like, is he actually trying to win? Like, I'm watching him get ready and
He
do
seems
what he's doing.
invested. He seems invested. Like he definitely put a lot of work into the boat. And on top of that, he seems real pumped right now. He's real happy. He's kind of taking the people in. Hey, fucking everybody's like Dick Turtle guy, yeah.
I keep telling you, I was actually a celebrity at the time. I know it's hard to believe. I know it's easy to brush off what the numbers guy says, but I wasn't lying to you.
All right, then I would like to try to work the crowd. Just gonna try and
Okay.
like pose and smile and everything.
So you can roll me persuasion or performance. Either one is fine.
Take persuasion, so it's +6. Oh, hey, the dice didn't fuck me. 21.
Yeah, people. There's like a large group in the crowd that's just like dick turtle, dick turtle, dick turtle.
Probably a lot of girls watching me, so I'll like unbutton my jacket and pull it over my head.
I want to do a
Have you-
performance roll to the crowd to that. I hear it.
Okay. Have you ever seen Mighty Ducks 3? D3, the Mighty Ducks are back.
I hate to say it, but I am a huge fan
I
of
am
the
a-
Mighty Ducks.
I am also a
Why do
massive
you
Mighty
hate
Ducks
to
fan.
say it?
Because I'm a grown man, damn it.
So
Yeah, but they're beautiful movies.
Device.
I'm even enjoying the TV show. I just haven't really got to finish season 2 yet.
It's been good.
Nat 20 on performance to the crowd.
What's
Woot.
the total there?
23.
Yeah, people are going fucking nuts. Hot.
Big turtle.
They're like dick turtle, hot guy, old guy, dick turtle, hot guy, old guy.
Oh god.
And like,
Um,
but I bring up D3 because in the final act of D3, Dean Portman makes his reappearance and is almost immediately boxed in that last game against
he
the
starts stripping. Yeah.
and he starts stripping that, and the entire crowd and all the women are losing their absolute shit.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Mighty Ducks 3.
Oh, D3.
Yeah. That's what's happening as you're like doing this. So like he takes off his like jacket and his shirt and he's like flexing and stuff and he's like, yeah, fucking dick turtle, why not? You know?
Zillowin. This
Yeah.
is important. This is very important. More than you know right now, but trust me. Okay?
I smile at him and I go, I got you, Dad. I turn around and I go, let's hear it for my father! And just kind of like throw my hand up.
And they're like, oh shit, he's really old. Old guy. Old guy. And they're like real pumped because you're older than fucking dirt. At this point, they think you're like 90 years old because you're so short. You know what I mean? Like, the only way you could be that short and be a fucking actual human is if you were older than fucking crap or a dwarf. You know?
I
I'm gonna
really am
walk
that
up
old.
behind him. What kind of shirt are you wearing?
Shvantz. He's basically wearing like a nice button-up academic scholarly shirt and like a vest. A fucking vest, like a nice vest.
I'm gonna walk up behind him and reach around and just grab his shirt and just tear it open.
Okay. And so he like pops the shirt open, and people are amazed to find that Shvantz is a little fitter than one might expect upon just looking at him originally.
Oh, wait.
And I'm gonna walk over to the crowd and I'll be like, put some respect on his name.
23 deception, 23 on deception.
So he sucks the gut in just a little bit, and actually like a couple of the younger women, but mostly a lot of the older women are like, all right, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you.
You get a little
So
seasoning
old.
on that meat. He's paler than
old.
fuck though. Like where Zillowin is like a
A
fucking
tan god.
like real tan, like you know what I mean? No tan lines.
A true Sigma.
And fucking Shvantz is less a bony fucking fat guy than you think that he is. But
Represent.
he is milky white.
Represent.
As I walk back, I look at you. Go, I'll pay for the shirt. I was just caught up in the moment.
Well, if I'm being honest, I was kind of turned on, so it's okay. It works out in the end.
And you guys hear the you guys hear the king, and he says, "Citizens of Turtle Bay, citizens of the Five Kingdoms, it's time to begin the annual turtle boat races. On your marks," and you see everybody kind of squat down in the boats.
Wait,
"Get
do we have to push the
set."
boat? Do we have to push the boats in?
So there's basically the one thing that you guys get is there's an attendant for each boat, and they're going to give you just enough of a shove to get you off the shoal. And so you'll be free
So-
floating, so nobody gets like an actual like start.
Zillowin, I'm putting you in front. I'm the rear, okay? You're on the lead. This is why I needed you here.
I kind of look at him and what is your strength, Shvantz? Like,
Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. We don't have time to talk about that. We don't have time to discuss that.
I look over. I look over at the extremely ripped fighter dude who's full of life and vitality, and I look at us two skinny fucking bookworms.
And as
What
he's
fuck?
as he's doing this, I'm pulling out my my tabletop figurines and then posing, getting ready.
Okay. I
And
grab the oar.
you hear ready.
I jump in and I throw down a couple of the figurines into the boat so that they can be ready.
You hear set, and everybody kind of grabs their oars. And instead of saying go, there is a crash of thunder as a bolt of lightning streaks through the sky.
Nice.
It seems like a lot of people were expecting this. Those that it is their first year at the festival are a little shocked. But once that thunder hits and the lightning strikes out, and it strikes out somewhere into the sea, but once that happens, you are pushed off and the races begin. Now, here's how we're going to do it. The races will go in rounds. It doesn't exactly matter the order of turns, but we're going to have you roll me a little combined initiative here. So whoever it is that wants to represent the initiative score, go ahead and roll that for me. Okay.
It's tricky, Shvantz. It's tricky because the dice hate me, but I have a +8. So the question is, can he roll with my initiative, or do I need to roll?
Well, if you're going to use yours, I'm going to have you roll.
Yeah, you should
What do you
take a
wanna do,
roll.
Shvantz?
You're on the lead, and that's intentional. Like there's reasons for that, so take it.
Oh, 24.
Oh, son
I
of a
actually
bitch.
got a 16.
Okay. Let's see where you are in the initiative. Okay. So you luck out. You guys lead. So it will be you and then it will be everybody else. The rules were explained to you one final time, which is what he told you. The only other rule is there's no weapons, there's none of that shit. But just like Mad Eye Moody tells Harry Potter in the Dragon Trial, you're allowed some oars. And there's no rule against using them, which means if you want to bonk somebody with your oar, feel free to do so. However, if you want to take your turn attacking somebody, you can slow or delay their forward momentum, but that's your action. And you can either take that action or you can take your action to move forward and progress.
You originally told me that my tentacle attack. I'm not saying my Eldritch Blast, but my tentacle attack was unlocked, correct? Like
Correct.
I can just
You
do
can
it.
freely use that, yes, as many times as
Okay.
you would normally be able to use that.
If I use that as my attack, does that still sacrifice my movement, or?
Yeah, so you can either take like a rowing action or an other action.
Well, I'm saying because technically I wouldn't be using my hands,
But
so I didn't
still
know. Well, I'm asking because
casting
it's a
would be
bonus action, so I was just checking.
Um
Negotiations.
hmm.
Remember, I'm
Yeah,
kind to you. No.
I'll say that you can, if it's a bonus action, I'll say that you can use it. Yeah, that's fine. And still take a
Okay.
rowing action.
Okay.
That being said, however, you guys as a unit are one turn,
Okay.
which is to say you either attack together or row together. You can't split it up where say you attack and Shvantz rows or vice versa.
Okay.
Okay.
So if Shvantz wants to cast a spell that is a regular action, then that will be the action for the turn, and vice versa, etc.
I can certainly put out. Okay, so player to player. What's the best way to communicate this right now? Player to player, or just like
You can
in,
just
in
go.
character?
We'll say you can have described what it is that you can do to him before the race started, so you can do it player to player right now, just to make it easier to understand.
Thank you. Okay,
Oh, narratively, I say we're just in sync. It's just God power working.
fair. So I can deploy guidance, the guidance cantrip, which is a full action, and then it's concentration for a full minute. Next, I can put out you know what the mending cantrip is?
Yep.
I can, on the next turn, I can start a 1 minute cast time spell cantrip, which is mending, and basically scatter some silkworms across the boat and have them just constantly mending, whatever it is that's going wrong with the boat, they're fixing it. At that point, so the question I have is, can I take a row action and also start a 1 minute spell at the same round, or is that two separate rounds?
In his case, his thing was a bonus action. So if you have something that's a bonus action, I will also let you do that. But otherwise, it'll take the turn.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, we both have an action. We both have a bonus action, but we have to be in concession with
Yes,
what we're doing.
correct. So you're basically acting as one character with
And you just said
one standard
hold
and
on.
one bonus action.
Right, but wait. Oh, we just have one between us.
Right. So you're acting essentially as one character with one standard and one bonus action. And
Okay.
you can
do what
use
you do.
them. You can use them however it is that you like. But you guys will have to decide between yourselves what you want to do.
Shvantz, you take the lead, and I will make a decision based off what you do. So, like, if you're casting magic, I'll cast magic. If you say we're rowing, I'm rowing.
Magic, and then we fucking jet forward as fast as possible, right?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. Now, real quick, as it starts, I would like you guys. You can both do this. I would like you to make me perception checks.
13.
10.
Okay. Most of the guys on these boats just look like guys who are here to have some fun. Some of them look like woodworkers.
Murder.
Some of them look like just like laborers, that kind of stuff. Two of these guys, the guys on the like shitty like rope looking turtle boat, those guys look fucking big and mean. Big and mean. And they also look like part of their fun is going to be bopping the shit out of people.
Would you say they look orcish?
No, not so much orcish, but they look, I mean, imagine a half
I mean, like
orc.
size.
Oh, damn near. Like
Okay.
they definitely look like the size of a half orc for sure. And they're both pretty ripped with like strongman muscle where they have like the keg gut and all that shit. And these guys are looking for some action. Now, part of the rules are you have to stay in the boat. So if one of you guys falls out of the boat, you're out. That's your end point. So people like to, smack a dude on the back of the head and then he falls outside of his boat. And because of that, and because you guys got the crowd fucking riled up, like everybody's on your side right now, it looks like. Floppy Turtle Boat seems like they are not impressed and they are going to come for you first. So we'll start at the top of the round and it will be your guys' turn first.
Just to clarify, floppy is dickheads.
Floppy is the shitty
It's the
rope
rope.
one
It's the
with
rope
the
one.
with the big half orc looking.
No.
fucking
Okay.
size.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
So
Dick
they're coming at us. Right.
We're Dick Turtle.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
be a dick. We're gonna fumble.
Uh-huh. We're gonna
Dick
ram.
Turtle, Flop Turtle, fucking Shit Turtle, and then two nice ones.
So
Okay. So
you go
what
first.
do you
Go
want to
ahead.
do first? What do you want to do?
I would like to, because it's a concentration spell, put out guidance onto myself, which will give me better rolls with rolls that I need to roll good on that I'm not good at. So guidance.
So in this case, if he uses guidance, it will affect you both essentially.
Cool. Let's do that. So basically, okay. Narratively, can I describe how this goes? Because this is
Absolutely.
fucked up. So you're in front, Zillowin. Shvantz leans forward and just drops something on the back of your neck. And at that point, I think I need to roll my divinity to attempt to make this work, correct?
Was guidance one of the ones that
It's a cantrip.
Okay,
And
so yes.
And so it's also used as a construct that I've like whittled.
Yes. And so we'll call that a focus for your spell. So go ahead and roll your divinity for me. And your divinity, I believe, is intelligence based. Yes.
You mean it's not your dump stat? Wow, that's amazing.
It is a dirty 20. No. I'm sorry. That's wrong. Wait, so 13 plus 5, so 17.
So
18.
18.
18. Yeah.
Okay.
Math. Me and math.
That's perfect. So you are able to pull it off. The thing happens. Feel free to describe.
Zillowin, you get like a little wood chip dropped on the back of your neck, and all of a sudden it starts forming little like wriggly bits, and it crawls up and like sits right here on the back of your ear like a fucking Bluetooth thing.
So basically,
Yeah.
a little wooden worm crawls up behind your ear and sits at the top of your ear.
Got it.
That's my
And
action.
as fucking disgusting as it is, it almost feels like somebody's cheering you on, and you feel a little burst of confidence, we'll say.
I'm gonna trust the path.
Okay, now that will be your standard action. If you guys like, you can have a bonus action as well.
Go ahead.
You got anything, or you want me to take it?
Kind of really is my. I don't really know if I have a bonus action. As a free action,
Are they six? Is the Dick brothers 60 feet away from us?
Oh, they're within 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will. I want to attack the bottom of their ship from the tentacles of the deep, and my goal is the keel. I want to sink them.
Okay. All right. And do you have like stats for that, or how does the tentacle work? Okay.
It's an attack. It's a +6 to hit, and then 1d8 +4. Is it cold damage? What is this?
Oh shit, cold
Yeah,
damage
cold
would
damage.
suck ass.
It is.
Okay.
So, do they have an AC, or do I just hit?
No, I believe it just will hit at this case because it's just this. When you summon it, it's basically attached to the boat, and
Okay.
it is so it just hits the keel because that's where it's
I
going
want
for. So just roll the damage for me.
I want to summon it in a way that they can see something under the water, so it kind of distracts them.
Okay, so
Uh,
when you summon it, it has some weight and it pulls a little bit at the side of the boat. So the boat moves just a touch like this. And one of the guys looks over and his eyes get real big and he points it out to the other guy. So he seems a little, they're like, what the fuck is that? Because they can't quite see it under the water, but they see that something is there. Something is attached to their boat.
8 cold damage.
Okay, so I'm going to keep track of that.
And I just kind of want my eyes to just turn jet black. Because I don't know if Svans can see me or not, so it's just like, I want him to know I'm doing something.
So yeah, he has to. You need like a visual on these guys to do so.
He's right in front of me. I can
Right.
see him. I can see his back.
So
Like-
what I'm
like I'm-
saying is he has to turn his head to the left to do
If I'm
so.
rowing, wouldn't I be facing Svans? Because he's steering, so like the guy in the front normally is face the other direction to get the reverse
That's-
going.
If that's how you guys want to go, that's perfectly
That's
fine.
your
as
call.
well.
That's your call on
Yes.
how you're sitting.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
well, I've
that-
actually rowed. So I
Okay.
turn and I turn and I look at the gentleman. My eyes just turn black.
and it's like a bluish black, like like when the ocean is really deep and you look down into it and it just kind of becomes that pitless blackish blue. That's what you see his eyes kind of like wash over with.
I think I just peed a little.
But I'm smiling.
So am I.
For the first time, he looks like he's having a little bit of fun.
You feel, as you say that, you feel like a little twitch, like on the side of your head. Twitch.
And when you do that, if you look over at the boat, which you are, Zillowin, looking over at the boat, you see just a touch of steam, of like an instant of ice, and a little bit of steam curls up from the side of that boat from the water. The rest of the teams begin rowing. So okay, 2 of the nicer boats don't move much. 2 of the other ones, they seem like they're getting a decent go. And the other one angles themselves real tightly and they begin rowing towards you guys. But they also seem pretty distracted, so they get disadvantage and they only move about 10 feet or so.
And then
Okay.
can we tell how close they are to us at that point?
At this point, they're maybe like 20 feet away from you now.
Okay, do we have a standard movement, or are we're sitting still if we're not rowing?
So basically, you're sitting still if you're not rowing. You're moving a little bit with the current,
Okay,
but
so
rowing
we do need to
pushes
take
you
some
forward.
turns rowing though.
Yes.
You will,
Got
yeah.
it.
And rowing will be an athletics check. But
Bad.
that being said, you guys are in a river that is directly connected to the ocean, which means that I'm going to be giving you advantage because you are the god of the sea.
Let's say I don't think this counts as me being in water though, because I'm supposed to be
Come
strong.
on, broaden your mind, broaden your perspective. You are
Well,
in
no,
the
I'm-
water. You are.
I'm asking the GM, does this count?
Uh,
Because this is a
and I'm
technically.
interrupting in character, telling you are in the water. Think of the fact that you are right now dipping into and underneath the surface tension level.
That's actually what I was going to say. Is technically you are under the level of the water to some
So
degree. You're not submerged physically in the ocean, but it's enough
Right.
to give you a little bit of a kick.
So I don't gain my submerge, but my submerge value though.
Not the full thing, but I am going to give you advantage on these rolls.
Okay, that's what I was asking, because that's a dangerous precedent. So I wanted to make sure.
Right. So I'm using it to
Drink.
give you
I'm
a little.
Aquaman. I drink water, and I'm all of a
Yeah.
sudden strong enough to punch a tank. Yeah, no.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm giving you a little bit of a bump, but not a massive one just yet. Okay, so we're back up to the top of the round. It is your guys' turn again.
And Sue, are you alive?
He's
Guess
very
not.
politely he's benched right now, so he's passed out, but he's recording for us.
I was just checking. I know he's been feeling off lately. Is there anything they can do from the shore?
I'm still here. I got my headphones off because my head is hurting a little bit.
Sorry, buddy.
Damn it. Can Mandee throw daggers at people or anything? Just mark a guy for the shore.
Just murder indiscriminately.
Mandee is probably at the bottom of the waterfall, hoping to get splashed by a boat.
This from the guy who was so concerned about all of the turtle rapists that Tanizan was killing.
No. Zillowin cares about life. Grits wants to win.
Yeah, she's at the bottom of the falls, and we'll say I think we all know that Tanizan is probably not.
He's getting some turtle soup. He's kind of disinterested. Maybe a churro.
He's just like, oh, cool races, you know.
I'm living my best child life here.
Yeah.
Okay. Shvantz,
like you
what's
you
our
look
play?
out onto the shore, and you see that he's wearing a little like turtle shell hat now.
Nice. So this is where I have a technical question. I need a GM ruling. So the mending cantrip is a 1 minute cast, range touch, duration instantaneous. It doesn't say concentration anywhere. It doesn't say action or bonus action anywhere. It says 1 minute. So what I need to know is, can I deploy my little stone silkworms and also row, or am I to consider this an action?
So that would take, unfortunately, a minute is a long time in D&D in rounds.
Right. So I can't like release the stones into the boat and have them be active?
No, because you kind of have to cast the spell for the whole minute. So it doesn't seem like that's going to help a lot in this particular instance.
And then the earwig is the operative construct. Then that's fine. Then it means I row.
Okay, so which one of you guys are going to do the rowing here?
I mean, we're both on oars. Can we both row? Or do I give him the help action?
Yeah, that's fine. So
I
whoever
give him
wants
the help action and a 1d4 to your roll. Go.
Well, here's the thing. Perfect. I already have.
He already has advantage essentially.
So you might as well roll again. And give us a 3-way roll.
Ooh, 3 ways. Now what's up?
So you guys, you roll twice. Shvantz rolls once. We'll take the highest roll.
Okay. Let's see now.
Because that's the only way I can figure out double advantage in this situation.
Only got a 3. Only a 3, so that's definitely the low roll, right?
Yeah, I don't even think it's possible for him to be lower than
one of my rolls was a 1 or a 7. The other one was a nat 20. So and plus 3 for the guidance. So that's 24 total.
Oh shit. So you actually passed the guys from the first turn and then a sum.
If I may, GM,
Mm-hmm.
as I start rowing, the bluish black fades from my eyes and is replaced by the crystal blue of my irises, and I begin to laugh hysterically as I am just pulling the boat through the water.
And the fact that this is happening only makes Shvantz hornier and pulls at his oars harder.
So as
Why horny?
because that's his go-to emotion. So as you guys are basically as rivers go, there's a constant flow and then a little bit of like a thump, like a beat that goes through the river as well, as like some surges of water happen here and there. You feel those as you're rowing, and you row with them. So like as they're about to hit, he's like, now, and you guys hit the row. You guys make it about a third of the way down the track. You are way out ahead of these guys. You're fucking real far. Whereas the furthest anybody's made it so far is about a quarter of the way. Bonus action.
We're probably too far away to attack the other boats, correct?
Well, they're still moving, and so
Well,
they're
I only have 60 feet. That's why I'm asking.
right. They're taking their turns as well. You can. Is your little constructy thing? Do you just like concentrate and that continues doing stuff, or what?
It's concentration for 1 minute. Hold on.
No, no. I mean his little tentacle guy.
Oh, pardon.
Like, does it
It's at
stay, or do you have to recast?
1 second. Let me get there. That's a bonus action, so. But it doesn't say specifically.
Okay. Is there a duration?
Mm, hold
Actually,
on.
what's it called?
Tentacle tentacle of the deeps. Yeah, deeps, DEPS.
Thought I was talking
Okay,
about
1 sec.
DPS for a second.
Tentacle of the DPS.
Get the deeps.
I think it's instantaneous, like it's not concentration.
Okay, I just want to look at it real quick.
Mandy's just at the bottom of the waterfall. Nothing's happening yet, but she's
Oh
cheering
wait,
and
no,
just
it
clapping.
lasts. I had to look up the wording. It does last for 1 minute until you use this feature to create another tentacle.
Yes, so it is still attached to that boat, so you can just use it again.
I don't need to.
So the boat is out of range, so you couldn't cast another one on it, but you do you
take
are
it.
able to use it.
5 cold damage. That's it.
Okay. I'm keeping track of this here.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, you see another like wisp of that icy mist pop out, and on top of which you're starting to see a little bit of the crackling of ice forming on the bottom of the boat as well, which very unfortunately for them is causing a bit of drag on top of everything else.
Gotcha.
Everybody else's turn.
On which boat was that?
The big mean mugging guys.
Nice, Zillowin.
The floppy turtle boat. Okay, one boat actually catches up to you guys, and one boat manages to pass you a little bit.
What?
Yeah. Because that guy rolled a fucking natural 20. But, and unfortunately, he rolled a 19 last turn as well.
Zillowin, are you going to stand for that? Are you going to let that happen in the face of being chosen by a deep one? Are you going to let that happen?
I just grit my teeth and I double efforts.
He grits his teeth.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so it is now back to your guys' turn. This is round 3.
Do you want to do magic or do you just want to row?
So from here on out, I will default to row until you want to use a magic, and then I will do another guidance cantrip. I'll just keep these coming.
I
That's
will.
from here on, that's what I'm gonna do.
I have the tentacles.
I will note a couple of these guys are pretty close to you. And one guy has passed you, and one of the dudes on that boat has turned around in his seat, so they are now both facing backwards towards you.
Hit that guy, hit that guy.
And he is holding his oar out of the water with both hands like a club.
That one's Zillowin right there with the
Actually-
angle. And then the angle, and then he yells out like a math equation. The angle that applies to that particular geometric shape. Yes, that one right there. Like
Hold on.
uses.
Can I would like to try and cast my spell Cause Fear.
Okay. Roll your divinity.
Right. It's risky. Because of guidance, do I get the
Yes.
D4? Okay. Gotta work for everything I got. I didn't need it. 23.
That guy jumps out of the boat, they're disqualified. He's also swimming towards the shore as fast as humanly possible.
You did it.
And the other guy in the boat's like, the fuck?
Actually, I'm going to be very confused if you say you did it. I just kind of look at you like, did what? And just keep rowing. And I will, if I can, I will use my tentacles on the big meanie's boat again.
You can?
That is a 7 damage cold.
Ooh, that was the exact number of hit points that keel had left. You hear a very loud crack, and that boat splits. Both of the guys tip out, and the boat begins to sink.
And because he uses
They are
tentacle,
disqualified
he
as
gets another action of guidance. So the earwig rejiggers itself and prepares to give you more guidance.
Yeah, so we'll say every time the guidance hits, the earwig kind of slides down and it has to re-affix itself to the top of your ear. Okay, so we're going to roll for. There are 3 other boats left. You have taken out 2 of them now, which is fucking fun.
Well, this is where it gets tricky because I don't have a lot of spell slots.
Okay. One of the boats seems like it's struggling very much to move this turn. So they don't get much distance. They maybe get 10 feet or so. And it seems like most of that came from the river running. One of the groups slides up next to you, and as they pass, swings an oar out at your head. What is actually Shvantz is unfortunately the perceived easy target. What is your AC?
11.
Okay, you are whacked in the back of the head.
Oh, that's my moneymaker.
Oh, Jesus. All right. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Eight. How much damage did you say? 6?
6. Okay. He immediately begins to careen out of the boat. Now, you, Zillowin, can make a dexterity saving throw to try to catch him.
Okay. Did you lose your concentration, or do you still have it?
No, he's
Um,
With
still
that with that
he
6 damage.
he's still good. Because he concentrated during the round, he's still good.
Okay. What's a saving throw? So. 12.
Okay, one sec.
did you add a 1d4?
It's a saving throw. I thought it only worked for ability checks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bless, unfortunately.
So you are able to catch him. Like, have you seen Squid Games where the guy catches him like as he's falling?
Yeah.
You ripped open his shirt, but you catch him by the back of the shirt.
Gotcha.
Shvantz, it's all on you now, buddy. I need you to make me either an athletics or strength saving throw, athletics check or strength saving throw. And I need you to beat a 10.
On
I
C.
rolled a 9, but I do have a earwig on me, do I not?
Yes. And he didn't use it for the check.
So I rolled a 9. Anything that a d4 rolls is going to make a 10 at least. But do I roll? I should roll a 1d4.
And what's your what are you using? You using the athletics here?
It doesn't matter which one I use. I rolled a 2 because it's both a modifier of 0.
Okay. So basically what you do is as he grabs the back of your shirt, you feel yourself coming out of it, and he just reaches around and with one hand grabs his other wrist so that he can't slip out of the shirt. You pull him back into the boat, but just barely. I mean, the tip of your nose is splashed with water as you almost go into the deep.
I sit you down and I flick you in the nose and I say, "Pay attention."
Right. Moving on. Row.
row your boat. We're back to the top of the round. It is your guys' turn. Because of that, you're gonna have to reset the inspiration or the
How close?
guidance, or they're within reach. Those particular guys.
No, I was gonna say how many rounds is it to the end? Like, can we see the end, or is this
So
gonna be a like?
You're at 4, and you would guess maybe this and maybe another turn.
Then I would
Get
like to use another casting of fear.
Okay. And roll again, and I'm going to say it's a little easier for you this time, so I'm going to lower the DC since you've already successfully cast. And actually,
Shvantz,
since you did so well,
do you want to establish any help before I go? Because he said you were gonna have to reinitiate the guidance.
Yeah, I'll do that. Since you took an action that wasn't rowing, that's what I'll do.
is the fear a bonus action?
No, it's a full action.
So if he like reestablishes, then that's an action.
Okay.
Because basically
Then I got without the D4, I got a 19.
Oh,
14 plus 5.
that is just fine. You managed to cast it again. You do it on the guy that hit you, I'm assuming?
I'm doing it on the guy that hits Shvantz.
Yeah. Okay. That guy, just like the other one, basically you snap your head around and give him a dirty look, and he fucking bails as well. Those guys are out of
If I may, I would like some type of like hiss or like almost like water snake kind of sound, like come out of my throat.
Okay, yeah. Shvantz, aside from that guy who basically hears it in his mind, you are the only other one that hears it since you are right next to him. So you hear this fucking ungodly, like awful sound exit his throat. And it doesn't sound like it could come from a human being either. And as he does it, that guy just bails out of the boat and unfortunately teeters it, and the other guy falls out too. And the first guy's just swimming to shore. It is now you and two other boats. Those boats are basically even with you.
Yep. Unfortunately, I am out of spell slots.
I row unless you take a
Do
cantrip
they need to
action.
go, or what are we doing?
I default to row unless you want to take an action.
So it's bonus action time.
I have no bonus action.
Do the other two boats look dangerous? Like, are they like staying away?
They're pretty much alongside you or just slightly behind at this point. I don't know how dangerous they are per se, but they're close enough to be so if they decide that that's what they want to do.
Not going to attack because I don't think there's enough time to do enough damage to sink one. So
Go
Okay.
forward. Row.
yep.
Okay. So you guys move a little bit.
I could try to use friends, which is a cantrip, but no, never mind. That's an action.
Okay. So these guys basically make a little headway, so they're just a bit ahead of you. And it's back up to your turn. This feels like it should be about the final round. You guys are getting really close to the falls. These guys are a bit ahead of you. And one of the teams actually bails out because you're pretty close to the falls now.
Oh, that's right.
Row.
I forgot there was a deadline.
Row.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Get ahead of them.
Oh, hold
So
on.
you see on the shore that there's a guy with a flag standing at the location that they consider each ship's like final point. And as that happens, a guy sets a flag where they bailed. It's just a bit ahead of where you are.
Okay, so what is my dice loadout? Do I still have advantage,
Yes.
or did I? Okay.
No, you
And
still
do I have
have
a D?
it. You still have it. You don't have the D4.
Got it. Okay. Well,
Row.
with advantage, that is a 15. Oh no, sorry. Sorry, that is a 12.
Okay. So you make a little headway. You pass the guys next to you by a good clip. You're damn close to the falls now.
I would like to try and use my bonus action to use the tentacles on us, but I want to grapple the back of the boat, like whatever rudder is there, the same way I grabbed the turtle last night, and I want to try and hold us from getting like I want to get as close to the falls as we can before I do this.
Okay, so basically you're going to use it almost as an anchor to like grab a rock or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other guys, they get close and let me see one more. And then they bail. So you guys are just a bit behind where they bailed. And if you like, you can take a final turn, drift a bit up forward, and jump off if that's what you choose to do. But it seems like these guys were so close that they like lost their nerve.
I look at Shvantz and I smile and I say, "Gods can't die."
Yes. Yes, we can, but that's the fun of it. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys drift just enough ahead of that other boat. I mean, you're in the
That was the
white.
last competitor.
Correct. Everybody else is bailed. You guys are in the white of the falls now. And you bail. Both boats go over the side. However, now you have technically won at this point. However, you are in the whites of the falls, which means you are being pulled. You are now submerged. You gain all the benefits therein, but the two of you are being pulled towards the falls. What would you like to do?
I mean, Shvantz is out of his elements, right?
I'm out of my elements,
Yes.
but I got a plan.
So the
Alright,
two
what's
of
your plan?
you essentially bail on the same side. So we'll
No
say
way to
that you're
discuss
next
that
to
at
each
this
other.
time. There's no way we have time to discuss what my plan was. You take your action, I'll take mine.
Why don't we just do like a Ocean's 11 thing, and we flash back to us sitting on the shore, getting ready to
I'm
getting
for it.
ready to hype up the car crowd.
Right. So at that point, so I've got Featherfall, my man, but I still have to succeed on a divinity roll. So it's a risk.
What the hell's a feather fall?
It's a slow fall, my dude. Player, I'm telling you what the plan was.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically in the in the little flashback, he's like, okay, so if I do this right, we can fall very slowly, but you know,
If I fail, then we fall to our deaths.
it's kind of leap of faith, I guess.
So if I fail, we need backup
So
plan. So what's your backup plan?
I mean, my backup plan is I'm going to use my power and strength in the water to grab Shvantz and use the tentacle to gain advantage and pull us to shore.
Okay.
Backup
The
plan.
tentacle will give me a help access.
And that was the shore scene that we did.
Yes. Okay. Now, you can do that, and then you can also attempt Featherfall if it gets to that
Fail.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Grits. This is probably an athletics.
Just real quick, it is getting pretty late. I do need to go to bed soon.
Okay,
We're almost there. Calm down.
We're
I'm just
coming up.
saying.
We're literally
we're coming
in
up to-
gravitational fall right now.
I know. I'm just saying.
I can't argue acrobatics, can I? Since I am under the water in a 0G state.
If you were any other divinity, I would say no. But go ahead.
Hey, that's why I push. Okay, so that is 16.
Because you
17,
have a
18.
fucking swim speed, essentially.
Yeah.
So I say that you can basically push yourself down to the bottom and then kind of jet yourself forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, I'm trying to get Shvantz, so that's a total 18 to drag him along with me away from the falls.
okay, and you guys are still in current, but you're out of the white, and you managed to get to a point where you can swim freely against the current, and with your stats and divinity, it's not a problem at this point. And you managed to get back to the shore, and a bunch of people are just shouting, "Dick Turtle, new record! Dick Turtle, new record!" And you see a guy almost standing at the edge of the cliff holding a flag up. And
Walk
so
over to the guy with the flag and I go, "Will you please tell them the name of the ship is the Shvantz?"
and so they all start
It's the same thing.
They all start shouting Shvantz. There is there is a little award ceremony. You guys are given a bag of gold as your prize,
Fuck yeah.
and you're also given a little finely carved wooden statue of a turtle with like a little boat under it, and it says first place, and somebody engraves your names on it. And the bag of gold that you receive has 40 pieces of gold in it.
I
You are
look at the
given.
gold and I look at Shvantz and I just go, "Thank you for this. I needed to remind myself that
Oh,
there's
you're very
more
welcome.
than just the path."
You're very welcome.
Do you want
I
to
knew
keep?
it was going to turn out well.
Do you want to keep the gold? I would love to give the statue to my little brother.
You want to keep the statue and you want to give me the gold.
Yeah, I don't need gold, and
All right,
I
all
think my
right. I'll
little
invest
brother.
it for you. I'll invest it for you. Relax, relax.
I think my little brother would really like this.
You got it. Hold on, your little brother, you
Okay.
say? Your little brother?
We'll talk later as I
Well, no,
turn
tell
away
me,
from him.
if you could tell him anything in the world right now, what would you say to him?
He kind of looks lost, and he just kind of looks at it and goes, "The horizon's not the end."
Cool. That's now magically tinkered into the turtle trophy.
Okay, so when your little brother holds that trophy, he will hear your voice saying those words.
And just inside note, GM, later when we have a moment, I'm just gonna have see if I can get it mailed back home to go to Adrian.
Okay, yeah, perfect. That is totally feasible. There is a mail system. And Mandee, a very shady looking gentleman, walks up to you. And he goes, "You got the chit?"
I got it right here.
And he hands you
Fucking voice.
he hands
Sorry.
you your 5 gold back. He takes the chit and he gives you another 25 gold.
Damn.
So
Bouncing into joy.
you came up net 25 gold off of that bet. And he goes, "You know what? Not a bad deal though. You did good, kid." And so did I. And he kind of swaggers off looking like a man who just made a lot of money.
Mandy's bouncing around screaming "Dick Turtle."
You see a lot of people yelling at those big buff guys like
Dick turtle,
being real
dick
mad.
turtle, dick turtle.
And so you guys celebrate on into the night. Eventually Julian and Dandil join you, and you regale them with the tales of your wild race and your almost imminent demise. And the sun sets, the moon comes out, and so too do the stars. In the sky above you, you see a bright green light, the comet. It seems closer than it did last night. And as you look at it, you realize that it's not just closer, it's moving closer quickly. And it shoots above you like a fast moving meteorite entering the atmosphere with a tail of green light behind it. It shimmers like a green firework, lighting the entire town up. And then it hits. There's a raucous explosion and the earth quivers. People are blown to the left and to the
Wait,
right,
what?
and buildings are destroyed.
What the shit?
What the fuck?
Rubble flies everywhere. There is fire and there's rain of stone. People are hurt. People are damaged. People are harmed. And then you look into the sky and you see that it was but a small piece of a larger meteorite That second piece is heading towards you now. It will crash into the town of Turtle Bay, and it will destroy the entire town. It will kill
Wow.
everybody here. And that is when you see and hear the sound of the God King, Jacob Claudivo, ascending into the air. And he says, "Not on my watch. Not while I still draw breath. I will protect my people. I will protect you all. I am the God King. I am Jacob Claudivo.
Oh shit.
I represent humanity. I represent the people, and I represent your aspiration. I will not fail you." Like a superhero, he rushes towards it, flying through the air, crackling with lightning and energy. And he collides with the comet.
And is vaporized.
It strikes him. And when it does so, the shards, the pieces of his mighty armor, fly out everywhere. You no longer see Jacob, but you do see a tattered cloth floating down from above. A blue tabard that slowly floats down and rests on the ground next to you. It sits and it waves in the wind. There's fire and there's death surrounding you. And that's when you see the bodies. And that's when you see them move. These are clearly corpses. And they begin to rise.
Oh shit.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Holy
Mandy's
shit.
gonna do a little killing.
Damn, I joined right at the end.
Killing of the dead.
Yeah, you got here just in time, Dandil.
Ah. Disappointment haunted
I
on
helped you
my
win the race.
That's
Nah,
true.
yeah, we our boat won.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
We did it.
Hey, you got to hear
Thank-
the little monologue at the end, pretty much, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurt.
I
Sounds like
sank
some
one
good
boat
shit.
and
Damn.
I sank one boat and I terrified two others, and great, I'm out of spells. I wasted them on a turtle race. Let's go.
Every time you were like, "I'm getting lower and lower on spell slots," I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna suck."
Oy
I mean,
vey.
wait. I'm a warlock. Did that count as a short rest?
It,
The victory party, did it count as a short rest?
I did say it went into the night. I will allow it.
So we get
do we
some
get any
back.
Yes, so you
goodies
get
from the
some
God
stuff
King?
back. Well, essentially what happened was, every time they make a wish on the Dragon Balls and the Dragon Balls shoot off to the corners of the earth,
Yar.
that basically happened to his
Oh
artifacts.
Jesus.
And
Oh.
he pretty much vaporized as far as you can tell. There's not a fucking body, and the remnants of that meteorite kind of rained down. And it seems like pieces of them are affixed to these corpses.
Oh.
You mentioned a tabard.
Oh shiz.
Yes, that's the only piece of his armors that seemed to make it all the way here.
Is it burning or is it still whole?
It is burning, but seemingly not being burnt. It is on
Okay.
fire, but it is not being burnt. It is a
My
very
goal
powerful magical
is to get
armor.
that tabard.
Yeah, same.
And essentially, at this point, just one final bit is you see Cyrena breaking out from a group of guards, and she is running for that tabard with tears absolutely streaming down her face.
All right, and that's where we'll pick up next
Hey,
time.
Hey,
Yep.
Shvantz, remember how like anxiety ridden and like how like worked up Zill was, and he finally let it go, and he's just he's like, yeah, we're not in a hurry. Yeah, that's all gone, man.
Jesus Christ.
But hey,
Great
it
job,
does
GM. You put me
You,
right back
you
at
did,
0.
you did very well, Zillowin. I'm very proud of you.
it
All of
it
that
does
math.
seem it does seem like there was a reason why you stayed here now a little bit. So,
All of that arithmetic finally did you some good. See?
So that was the beginning of the end of Turtle Fest. Congratulations. I'm sorry it took us so long to get through the fest itself, but
Hey,
tried
we
to
were
make it
having fun.
fun.
Did we level up?
It took
And
you guys like 4 sessions to get through the fair. I mean, the game is the game,
yeah.
man. Don't apologize.
Yeah, it's
No,
the
no,
journey, not the destination.
as long as you were having fun, I don't much mind.
My IRL group took 15 sessions before they came face to face with the big bad, just because they just kept wandering off in the other direction.
Hmm.
The big bad was practically chasing them down, just like.
Jesus Christ. Well, luckily for you, that is also happening here. So
Hey,
Yeah,
Device,
but
did
we
we
don't
like
want to
level
face the
up
big bad yet.
or get any equipment?
so you guys are
We were level 2.
currently level 2.
Ooh, level up!
You did. At the end of the last game, you guys leveled up to 2. And so feel free to represent that on your sheet for the next time that we play. And next time is probably gonna be throwing some hands.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
but I
probably
remember like last time you told us to like write you what we like want as for like equipment wise. Did we get that or?
Hold on. Ginsu, go ahead and kill it.
Yeah, I'm killing it.